Okay then. Hello everyone, it's Braveheart. Welcome back. Welcome back to another stream of Teardown. So yeah, during the last bit, we disabled a bunch of alarms and stole a huge supply of blue tide. So yeah. Thankfully, we've just got a couple more. We've just got a couple more parts in this chapter, and then we're good. Well, one of them is optional, but thankfully, the last part that we're going to do right after this next mission is it's one of the better parts. But yeah. Anyway, let's see what's on the to-do list today. I just got a note from the local PD. The barrels are secured and being shipped to the locale at this very moment. I have just one last thing to ask before you can return home. There's already a shortage of blue tide, and if we manage to cut the supply chain for this key ingredient, we could keep it off the shelves until I have a case against ammanitides. You didn't hear this from me, but causing a bit of havoc to the meratory operation would probably do the trick. The guards must have already noticed your visit by now, so you might want to stay out of sight. Yep. So yeah, we basically just have to sabotage the rest of the blue tide operation. Except this time, once again, we're dealing with an attack helicopter. And no, this time we do not get any leeway. It's right already on our tail. But the good news is we can quick save anytime we want this time, so no need to worry about that. And you're gonna need it too, because this chopper can use rockets anytime it wants. Yes, but can you actually give me some weapons and not other tools? By the way, for the record, I forgot to mention this. I forgot to mention this during the last stream and the last time we had to deal with an attack helicopter in general. I should also mention this. Yeah, you can't shoot down the helicopter. Trust me, I tried. So, yeah. By the way, don't worry about these two. We're gonna hit these ones last. Right now, however, we're gonna focus on the ones on the far side of the island. No, don't play with rockets. They're bad for you. Alright. That's really the only thing I'm not really too thrilled about. That's all because all my equipment is procured on site. I don't really have I don't have any pipe bombs to start. I don't have any pipe bombs to lure it away. Let's see here. Yeah, just blow up the floor.
All right.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
All right for the most part.
That's good. Yep. Same for me. Well, aside from just running for my life from an attack helicopter.
Yeah. I think I heard it when I first pulled it up before I muted the stream.
Yeah. Alright, now I just need to make a run for this one. Then we can hit these last two, and then we're good.
So does our character have a name or...
I don't think he does, actually.
I've never mentioned it before. I just figured I might have mentioned it at some point or written somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all that we really know about him is that he basically works for a Teardown company, which is on the verge of collapse, and he's just doing anything he can to basically keep the business going. Huh?
I see.
There we go. Alright, we just got a couple last ones we need to get.
Are you blowing up generators or?
Oh no, we're basically blowing up the processing equipment for the blue tide energy drain. Oh really? Why did the chopper have to? Why did the chopper have to destroy the bridge?
Was this just another one of the I'm rich and I need to one-up you one missions?
Actually, no. We're basically helping. We're basically helping a local police officer basically get some dirt about. Basically, get some dirt on Blue Tide's owner, Mr. Mantides. Especially considering that Blue Tide, the energy drink itself, is a very addictive substance.
Energy drinks bad for you? No.
Right.
Just alone, most of them contain more than caffeine than you should ever have in a day.
Indeed.
In some ways, they're worse for you than espresso.
Yeah. I mean, there's a very good reason why I stopped drinking them myself.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just either tea or coffee for me.
Right. Yeah. And speaking, I'm amazed at like how many people don't actually know what an espresso beverage is.
Oh.
Yeah, because I get like so many people, they like ask for like the signature lattes and things, or the special ones that they're like previewing with the new flavors and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll like refer to like it as a latte coffee, or they'll ask for it with an extra shot.
I see.
And like for the most part, the people that ask for extra shot, I don't think they realize it has espresso in it already.
Oh, wow.
I've really had someone that asked for a turbo shot in it, and I'm like, it's already made with espresso. Do you want extra? And they're
Indeed.
like, oh, no.
Right. So, yeah. We can head back anytime. So, yeah, I believe we can head back anytime we want. But yeah, we have another side mission here, and thankfully this isn't really this is actually a bit of a freebie after all the bullshit we went through on this island. Buenos dias. Trabajo, yeah. Sorry, I'm not very good with Spanish. Me no wants. Necesito un favor. Grande problema with Senor de la Droga, idioto. Necesito venganza. Quiero la grande.
Agua desperate, por favor.
Yeah. Thanks.
No problem. I only took 1 year, but you kind of taught us how to read it, then read for subject.
Yep.
Regardless of the level of it.
Indeed. So basically what she's saying is that we have to destroy her boss's yacht.
In the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
As agua is water.
Yep.
It's supposedly necessary, and he's an idiot.
Indeed. Now, thankfully, we don't really need a whole lot to do this mission. All I really need is a pistol, and that's it. Mainly just to sever the towing cable right after I pull it into position. But yeah, the yacht's engine is out, but that's not going to stop us. In fact, I might as well go ahead and see what's on board this thing before I sink it. Just to make sure there aren't any additional items I can pick up. Nope, doesn't look like it. So yeah, we're good. And my whole idea is that you notice that there were guns stationed around the island earlier. We're gonna go ahead and use that to our advantage. So we're gonna go ahead and get the yacht in range of at least 2 of them, and then there's actually a military vehicle that's actually towing a machine gun. So we're gonna use that too.
Interesting.
Yep. Because you know how this game is. For some reason, the military just leaves all their equipment around fully loaded.
Right.
Which, you know, the more I think about it, especially considering that's... in fact, there's even a mission where we actually have to steal military equipment later on, but which kind of makes me think. Nowadays, at least, I'm pretty sure if any military equipment were to go missing, I think those things would usually have trackers on them.
Right.
At least nowadays. Because regardless of any... regardless of any criminal activity, you... the military is something that you really do not want to fuck with.
I think for a long time now, like, if they abandon things, they strip them of any usefulness, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
All weapons and armor are removed.
Yeah. There's still...
yeah.
Yeah, I know for a fact there's still those... for instance, there's still those guns that are actually stationed at Normandy. That were just left from their World War II days. But ever since then, they've been dismantled.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so now we're gonna go ahead and get the machine gun. There we go. Now all we really need to, and now all we really need to do is use one of those heavy cannons. Yeah, I can make the jump. Okay, there we go. Okay, never mind. I guess that's not a clear shot at all. That's all right. We'll just give this palm tree a nice little shave. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to use one of the other guns on the air side. Okay. There we go. Say goodbye to your yacht. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, so yeah, there you go. That one's got a better view and everything.
Yeah. Okay, mission accomplished. So that being said, yeah, we can finally leave this island behind. At long last.
Good riddance, right?
Yeah. To which I say, get me back to Locale. This was the worst vacation ever. While I'm at it. No one will ever use this cabin again. And speaking of which... there's another boat over here that's supposed to be a dine and cruise experience. Yeah, that's not happening. Or, you know, it can just bounce off. That works. Whatever, I'll just demolish the dock. You know, just to get all my frustrations out.
No one will be dining here tonight, or ever.
Right. The boat is already halfway submerged. Blue tide is bad for you.
Just makes me think of the cabbage meme, but with a boat. Precious Bill, what have you done?
Right.
At some point we should all sit down and finish watching at least Avatar.
Oh yeah, definitely.
everything in Omashu with King Boomy is like some of the funniest shit ever.
Oh yeah, I know we left off on I know we left off on season 2
When I think
last
that was
time.
it. Yeah, we didn't get too far into book 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I remember when we. I remember when we watched season 1. It was also to refresh ourselves after watching that Shyamalan movie.
Yeah. Horrible, horrible movie.
Indeed.
With short, tight-haired Indians for freaking Japanese warriors.
Yeah. It's just like it's not even the fact that they used that they use different actors. It's the like like
It breaks the continuity of where it takes place, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
And now even Zuko was properly cast. Like the only ones that were Iroh and Zula for the Fire Nation.
Indeed.
And then one of the biggest things was too much of it was done through exposition.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why show don't tell is a thing.
Yeah. Not to mention, it wasn't originally Nick's show. It's actually a manga that Nick picked up and made a show.
Yeah.
And even then, it was well revered.
Indeed, yeah. I heard you did a good job.
When we do get back to watching it, is that the only thing that'll make it take a while is the movies that are coming up.
Yeah.
Because they're long, but they are true to the events and how things happen.
Pretty much. I heard you did a good job. Enjoy your last day in the sun before heading back home. Oh no, we're heading home. This was the worst vacation ever. Get me back to the snowy climate of Locale. I mean, I would not call being shot at it a good vacation, to say the least.
The voxel snow falling.
Yep.
Anyway, it floats around, it almost makes you think it's static instead of snow.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Though it is a very nice climate, at least.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here. What can I upgrade? Finally, I am back to my normal stuff. More nitroglycerin. I'll upgrade the blast.
You actually have blue tide as a weapon?
Actually, it's more of a tool than a weapon, but yeah, we do have it. Basically, its whole purpose is that it basically gives us a speed boost. It basically gives us a speed boost for a short period of time. It really helps, especially with those tight time limits.
Gotcha, yeah. I can see that.
Sure, more rocket rounds. Blast. I only need one more point for my next cash bonus anyway, so yeah. Oh, good. Some military equipment is stuck in the ice. I wonder what we're gonna do.
I think I remember mentioning where you have to do something at a theme park before.
Yeah, yeah. That that's one of the later mission. It's actually an optional mission that we do still later on, but yeah, that'll become that will be coming up.
I see.
Of course, it's also one of the more annoying optional missions because uh, while you do have to tear down some theme park equipment, you also have to avoid accidentally destroying neon lights. Otherwise, that's wired to an alarm system, and unfortunately, it's very easy to do considering those things are fragile as all hell.
Yeah.
Such a fabulous day. I had brunch with Evertide's manager to discuss recent issues, and it became immediately clear who the culprit behind all these break-ins is. A plan has been set in motion to stop this interference once and for all. There are a few favors I will have to ask of you, though. First, I need a sturdy vehicle. Local Home Guard ordered a new transport truck that would be perfect for the job. It's currently stuck in Frustrum Canal due to some shipping mishap. Could you go and wiggle it out for me? He still has no idea that we're behind all of this.
I don't think any of them do.
No, they don't. Because I mean, honestly, with the amount of crimes that we've committed, like the amount of crimes that we have committed thus far, any normal person who's committed this level of havoc would probably go to jail for infinity years.
Yeah, they'd be put away for a decent while, that's for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, we basically just got to use cranes to free each of these things from from the canal, and then bring them all the way back to the truck. Of course, we do have to clear a path because the road is actually caked in ice and other things.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, this particular truck, its engine is kaput, so what I'm gonna do is basically just burn the trailer and come back later. I'm just gonna get the crates out of the way for right now. Thankfully, there's actually a snowplow nearby that I can use. Yep, there it is. How's this coming along? Oh, good. Just burn away all the weight so I can just drag the trailer. I mean, I could basically just chop away at the snow, but honestly, it's just faster to use a snowplow. Huh? Never mind, I guess I can't drag it after all. Oh well, I can still just push it to the side. You know, assuming if the truck's cab just feels like cooperating with me.
Yeah.
Also, be very careful with the snowplow on the bridges because, yeah, the bridges are actually a lot more fragile than they really look. I really don't know why they designed it so this rock is always in the middle of the road. Oh yeah, that's right. While I'm at it, I could probably just search each of these buildings for any valuables, because honestly, the last time I was here, I was not only the last couple times I was here, I was not only running for my life from an attack helicopter, but I was also trying to. I was also trying to procure barrels of blue tide while tornadoes were going on. So yeah, that was another thing. Other than that, yeah, since we got past the islands, we're pretty much at the halfway point at this point, as far as I know. I'm sorry?
Oh, I hadn't said anything.
Oh, okay. But basically, yeah. The reason why Mr. Amenities wants this military equipment is basically just so he can build a secret weapon that we're gonna have to deal with later. Then again, I think we've already sacked the hotel as much as much as we could. It's mainly the other buildings that's it's mainly the other buildings that I didn't have where I didn't have I didn't really have a whole lot of leeway.
Yeah.
There we go, I thought I saw something. A lost wallet. So great, we get someone's driver's license, their credit cards, everything. Like I mentioned before, the last couple times I was here, I was dealing with an attack helicopter, and I was being chased by an attack helicopter, and I had to deal with tornadoes. So, technically speaking, all that's really going on is a snowstorm at this point. So it's like, shouldn't everyone be like at home? Only in Teardown, I guess. Or games in general, I should say. Yes, just destroy some really rare and probably expensive arcade games.
Right.
Yeah, it's right. I don't think I went to the floor of one of these it's the second floor of one of these buildings. Kind of interesting, actually, because there are really no physical characters in this game besides there are no physical characters in this game besides the robots and the attack helicopter. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna do this instead. There we go, that's faster. Just steal someone's oil painting. Nice. Okay. Just a couple, just a few more buildings, and then I think we should be good. Or, wait, no, I already searched these ones. Scratch that, just one more building. Unfortunately, this tower is not very easy to get up because this ladder is at an angle. And there was nothing up here anyway, so I guess that settles that. Okay, so we're pretty much all set to. I guess we're pretty much all set to grab the equipment. You know, it's just here we go. That's. First of all, these tires are not very easy to get out. They're a lot heavier than they actually look. Mainly because you got to deal with 4 of them attached together. So, yeah. There we go. All right, let me at least see if I can drag these in a better spot. Okay, there we go. And thankfully there's actually a large crane over there that we can use. Just gotta carve out a path, and then we will be set. Actually, I might just want to go ahead and just do it the other way around. That way I at least have a little more reach.
Yeah.
There we go. because I can't really go down there with any other vehicle because that particular bridge is frozen solid.
I see.
Actually, I'm probably gonna have to use a different crane too to drag these tires back to the truck. And yeah, I have to. And just for the record, yeah, I have to use a crane. I can't use any other vehicle because for some fucking reason a Humvee is not, or no, not a Humvee in this case. For some fucking reason, an SUV is not strong enough to carry 4 tires. I mean, I get there's ice on the road, but come on. Oh, glad I caught that. Wanted to get the tires, not a random piece of debris. Huh. I mean, the tires are optional, but you know me, I like to try to do most of what I can if possible. Yep, there's that. You know, for such valuable military equipment, it's even if you can't really get it out of the ice, you think you would at least post some people to watch over it. push this back a little. Also, don't do what I did when I first played when I first played this game. Make sure the hook is actually attached to make sure the hook is actually attached to it's the vehicle before you sever the lines, because it's very easy to for it to just roll off and plummet into the water. Oh, whoops. Wrong compartment. I forgot to sever one of the lines. Come on. And now we'll just go and drag it. Or, you know, maybe drag it if I don't destroy the crane in the process. Come on. Yeah, I'm just gonna drag it the rest of the way with the other crane because I'd rather not destroy this one. Because I still need to get that last one. After that, I can really care less. I mean, yeah, it is on wheels, but I don't think I can drag it by hand very easily. That's the only thing. Yeah, I can't. Alright, one more. Apparently the military is not very smart in this game. Well, then again, neither is anyone, so yeah. That's another thing. Apparently the military does not know how to follow tire tracks. Yay! Also, at this point, if you want to... at this point, it's if you wanted to have a bit of fun. You can now throw snowballs. Just decorate the entire house if you wanted to. Of course, you can't really do this in missions, unfortunately, but bit of a nice extra thing you can do. Oh no, our equipment has gone missing. I wonder where it went. Well, I think I've already ruined Christmas by destroying the food court earlier, so that's another matter. You alright, Masaki? Ah. Alright, let's see what we got here. Apparently we have two new missions. One of which we're actually going back to, we're going back, oh, we have another one. Three missions available to us, actually. And we'll start out with the side mission first. Hey, it's been a while. I was hoping I wouldn't need to reach out to you again, but it's been a bit complicated lately. I lost my job at the mall. Boss was a maniac anyway. Can't believe I put up with him for all these years. Gordon, you're rich. Why would you need to work at a mall? Unless you're possibly corporate, but that's another matter. Bit of financial trouble here. See, I bought the abandoned Lee plot to realize an old dream of mine: the Racing Wonderland theme park. This is exactly what Locale needs. Don't you think? Spent my last savings on the new rides and totally forgot about the upcoming holidays. I know they bring out the decorations of the mall this time of the year, so maybe you can sneak in and bring me some of them. Would add that last touch to my grand opening next week. Can't really offer anything in return though. How about a free day pass? 2, just for old time's sake. And don't worry about collateral damage. Any inconvenience for that old Scrooge would be my pleasure. Alright then. So yeah. Of course, once again we are having to deal with guard robots. Except, things are a little different this time. These particular robots don't really have any weapons on them, but they will set off an alarm if they catch you. And unfortunately, the only body of water is all the way on the other side of the map, so destroying them is out of the question. But there is another way we can go about this. And we will get to that in a moment, actually. First of all, we're just gonna bomb out the entrance. Thankfully, this particular one is ripe for the taking. So. We can just simply shoot down and bring it back to the van. There's also another one here that we can grab real quick if we're careful. There we go. Thankfully, that's all the ones on the ground floor that we can grab. The other ones, on the other hand, all the other ones are on the upper floors anyway. So basically, the whole idea. First of all, destroy all the stairways on the ground floor. That's the first step. Okay, that one we got taken care of. Yeah, destroy all the stairways on the ground floor. That way the robots can't follow you back up. But at the very least, do create a path for yourself. That way, in case you have to go back down, you can easily just get back up again. Because the whole idea is basically to topple the robots and then send them tumbling all the way back down to the ground floor. Just be sure you quick save before you do this, because yeah. Down you go. Yeah, that's exactly why I said to destroy all the stairways, at least the ones on the ground floor, because that way they can't follow you back up, because once they're on the ground floor, you're golden. Okay, let's see here. What are one? I think there's one other one that I have to send tumbling down. Actually, never mind. Oh. Okay, you can just have a nice fall. There we go. Alright. Hopefully I can avoid bombing out the floor on accident. Okay, good. So we're like the Grinch at this point. We're just gonna steal Christmas for this mall. Oh, vodka. I will take that. That's the good stuff. And now we're just gonna get onto the roof by using a board. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal!
1, 2, 10.
Right. Oh well, it's no big deal. I'll just grab it and make a run for it after I get these last three. Well, after I get these three things. Huh? Matter of fact, just to make things a little easier, I'll just go ahead and tie them. I'll just go ahead and tie the three of them to a van and just drag them. Huh?